Today we're going to be looking at Magic the Gathering creatures that are there to support their buddy. These are going to be cards, creature cards, that can directly help a singular other creature. So I'm going to start off with Giver of Runes, because for a white we have a 1/2 core cleric and has the activated ability of tap another target creature you control, gains protection from either colorless, that's Eldrazi's or artifacts, or from the color of your choice until end of turn. Give Runes always looking out for her buddy. Now, it doesn't matter how specific or how wide the helping is, but it has to specifically help at least just one other creature. Cannot be helping everybody. So lords don't count. So don't be giving me like Lord of Atlantis. And yes, the sliver stonks go way down in this show, because that's helping many people. That's helping the community, all right? We're just trying to help one buddy over here. Steve Cooper has a very interesting super chat. Paco Arcane Retriever and Halden Avid Arcanist, literally made to be best buds, and a dono for chat. Pre-gaming super chat. Well, you're at work? You work the night shift or something. Okay, so we do have Paco Arcane Retriever. This is a 5-mana 3/3 with haste. Whenever Paco Arcane Retriever attacks, exile the top card of each player's library and put a fetch counter on each of them. Put a +1/+1 counter on Paco for each non-creature card exiled this way. Now, this card is not the support card. The support card here is Halden, the Avid Arcanist. It's a 3-mana 1/4 legendary creature. It's got partner, of course, partners with Paco. You may play non-creature cards from exile with fetch counters. You got that synergy over there on them if you exiled them, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast those cards, or to cast those spells. So Halden allows you to be able to play the cards that were exiled by Paco. Very, very specific support. Next up, let's take a look at... Okay, John wants Stang here. Stang. What is Stang all about? It's Thanos. I'm telling you, this is Thanos. I'm going to tell my grandchildren this is Thanos. It's a 6-mana 3/4. When Stang enters the battlefield, create a 3/4 red and green human warrior creature token named Stang. Exile the token when Stang leaves play. Sack Stang when the token leaves play. That is actually not what the show is about. We need to see support for a second creature on the battlefield. This is disqualified. We've done token shows before. Okay, let's look at Gilliam's Dark Supplicant. It sounds like Dark Confidant, but a flower. Or I guess it's not. It's called a succulent, not a supplicant. Okay, I'm not a botanist, people. Okay, this is a black 1/1 cleric. Tap, sacrifice 3 clerics. Search your graveyard, hand, and/or library for a card named the Scion of Darkness and put into play. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. I will accept this answer. I will accept that very bizarre card. Okay, we do have a super chat from Steve Cooper. Who wants this super chat? Let's give it to Meme Bruley. Captain Howler, the Sea Scourge. Captain Howler Sea Scourge is a 4-mana 5/4 Shark Pirate. Ward 2, pay 2 life. Whenever you discard one or more cards, target creature gets +2/+2. Sorry, +2/+0 until end of turn for each card discarded this way. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, oh, look at that, you may draw a card. You actually get to cash in on this damn thing. It's a pretty big creature for 4 mana as well. Ward 2, pay 2 life. You can do what you can to get rid of that, get that thing off the damn battlefield. Lord of Atlantis, disqualified. Needs to help a singular creature. It needs to help that's the point. That's the point of helping their buddy here. Lord of Atlantis helps the community. We're not looking at community. I mean, it's very nice to support your community, but we're not looking at cards that support their community today. Archangel New, Dwarven Armory. Does this count? There's 2 Dwarven Armories. Okay, I'll take the one that looks... Is it the same thing? One's a Dwarven Armory, Dwarven Armory. Do you see this? There are 2 magic cards, I think, with the exact same name. Oh no, it's Dwarven Armorer and Dwarven Armor. Okay, anyway, we have to go with the Dwarven Armorer because it's a show about creatures. Okay, Dwarven Armor is a red 0/2 summon dwarf. For red, tap, discard a card from your hand to put either a +0/+1 or a +1/+0 counter on target creature. This is exactly what the show is about. Beautiful. Bust out those +0/+1 counters, everybody. Okay, Toads with the Wolfear Silverheart. What does it mean to have Silverheart? It's like indestructible to like silver bullets or something. It says that 5 mana 4/4 with Soul Bond. As long as Wolfear Silverheart is paired with another creature, each of those creatures get +4/+4. I didn't think about it, but Soul Bond totally like hacks this show today because you have to support another creature with this. Yeah, basically every Soul Bond card is going to apply. Indiana Jones with Spike Drone. Soul Bond was a pretty cool mechanic. At first ever, was the first ever Spike and the standalone Spike in the set Tempest. 6 Spike creatures in the very next set. Oh, so I guess they did some marketing and realized these Spikes are pretty good. It's a green 0/0. It comes into play with 1 +1/+1 counter on it, but you can, for 2 mana, remove a +1/+1 counter from Spike Drone. Oh no! Spike Drone! Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It's pretty lame. It has to die. It has to die to save somebody else. Soul Bond is basic shipping 2 creatures together. That's right. They're gonna have a relationship. They're gonna be blood friends. Okay, Mr. Bus Driver with Kukas. Kukas and Keeper. We only need 1 card. Wait, Kukas and Keeper. Is this all in the same name? Kupas of Keeper for rage issues. So it's a red for a 1/1 for red protection from red until end of turn. You has to save something else. Okay, hold on. Let's look at Kukas. What does Kukas do? Oh, this is actual Kukas. Okay, 5 mana, trample. During your upkeep, if you do not control at least 1 Keeper of Kukas, Kukas deals 3 damage to you and attacks this turn if able. Okay, do you know what? I'll actually accept this answer. You sort of need this card on the battlefield so you don't blast yourself in the face. Okay, I accept that. I accept that. It's like supporting you by not losing any life. We got Corey Nalder with the Corrupted Lissid. Sorry, Corrupting Lissid. How corrupting it is. This is a 3 mana 2/2. It is a Lissid. The hell, whatever that is. Black tap, Corrupting Lissid loses this ability and becomes a creature enchantment that reads, enchanted creature cannot be blocked except by artifact creatures and black creatures. Instead of a creature, move Corrupting Lissid onto target creature. You may pay black to end this effect. That is weird. It's like bestow before they had bestow to support, like literally turned into an aura onto something else. What a weird card. They experimented with all sorts of stuff back then. Clearly didn't really turn into a cycle or anything like that. Rare Blue Skittles with Burning Yard Trainer. Burning Yard Trainer is a 5 mana 3/3 trample and haste, and when it enters the battlefield, another target knight you control gets +2/+2 and gains trample. Oh, and haste until end of turn. The awkward thing about this type of card, hold on, and it does say another target knight. The awkward thing about this card is you need to play like 2 cards at once in order to like utilize the haste part of it. You need to like play another creature and that you have something else first, then the Burning Yard Trainer to give that thing haste. And also, I guess it doesn't matter. You don't have to give this thing haste. It already has haste, built-in haste at the same time. The Lissid were a cycle. No, I mean, how about the aura, the creature turning aura thing? Was that a cycle? Or was just what the Lissids did? They turned themselves into auras. Matthew Green with the super chat. Armored Guardian. New bracket 2 staple. We'll see in a minute. There's a 5 mana 2/5. Oh my god, it's this card again. 3 mana. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. And guess what? For 3 mana, Armored Guardian can't be the target of spells or abilities this turn. He protect. He also protect. Basically double protect. He doesn't look out for himself. Looks out for everybody else. Benjamin Berkey says, if Dark Supplement counts, so should Angel's Herald. This is the white 1/1 human cleric for 3 mana. Tap, sack a green creature, a white creature, a blue creature. Search your library for a card named the Imperial Archangel. How do I spell it? Imperial Archangel. And put it into play. All right, you got an Imperial Archangel. Flying Shroud and all damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to Imperial Archangel instead. So the Angel Herald looking out for the Imperial Archangel. Looking out by looking out, I mean just puts it directly in play. We also have Archangel anew with the Wandering Mage. Thank you so much for your super chats, everybody. So we have Wandering Mage, a 3 mana 0/3 for a white. Pay 1 life. Prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to target creature this turn. That's amazing. Okay, for a blue, prevent the next 1 damage that would be dealt to target cleric or wizard creature this turn. That's weird. Why would you ever want to pay the blue one? Oh, I see. The blue doesn't pay life. The white one does. And then for a black, put a -1/-1 counter on a creature you control. Prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to target player this turn. A bit of a bizarre ability, the last one, but this is pretty cool. The first 2 were fantastic. Leon with Philia the dog. Does that actually save anything? Philia oh, I guess you blink stuff with it. We have a 2 mana 2/2 flasher. When Philia attacks, exile up to 1 other target non-land permanent at the beginning of the next end step. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it entered under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Philia. I honestly don't really see this as a big support card. I mean, it's a bit loose. I get it. Like if you have an ETB creature and you want to get more value out of that card, I get it. But it's by itself, it is not supporting. Or I should say, it's more supporting itself based on its text box than it's supporting something else. Out of context, it's not really supporting. Within context, it is. So I'm gonna disqualify that one. We got I think Selfless Savior is not individual enough. Selfless Savior. Oh no, this one is. I was thinking about the Spirit. Yeah, this one's perfect. We have a white 1/1, and you sacrifice Selfless Savior. Another target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. R.I.P. Selfless Savior. He was so selfless. She raised him from an orphan pup and gave him a life of love. With his last act, he thanked her. Gave him the reason to live and then threw it away. Unbelievable. Pacers fan forever with Brothers Yamazaki. We've got Yamazaki. Okay, this is a 3 mana 2/1 with Bushido 1. When this creature blocks or becomes blocked, it gets +1/+1. If there are exactly 2 permanents named Brothers Yamazaki in play, the legend rule doesn't apply to them. Each other creature named Brothers Yamazaki gets +2/+2 and has haste. Sick combo. They are their own buddies. In fact, it's funny, it actually combos with its own card. Are they twins? Do they both look like Brothers Yamazaki over there? Okay, next. Sometimes your sibling is your best buddy. You never know. Talthar, Opal Eye. Kondo's Yojimbo. This is a 3 mana 1/2 Fox Samurai. Bushido 1 Defender. Tap. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage this turn, that damage is dealt to Opal Eye Konda Yojimbo instead. A source of your choice. Oh yeah, you can absolutely protect other creatures with this. And for 2 mana, prevent the next 1 damage that would be dealt to Opal Eye this turn. In fact, it can even soak up a little bit more damage. But I'll tell you where you can get all these cards to protect your buddies from, and that's FusionGamingOnline.com. My favorite place to get Magic the Gathering cards. Get those cards to protect your cards. Look, your cards need protection, and there's one place to get that protection. That's at FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget, you can pre-order Secrets of Strixhaven when it's available. Look no further than FusionGamingOnline.com, and I'll tell you why. Because you get to use a special coupon code Nikachu at checkout. Gets yourself 5% off all your purchases. Also happens to support the channel. That's not a coincidence. Shop at FusionGamingOnline.com. I had to say it 5 times because that's how I can drill it into everybody's head. Subliminally, sort of. Mercenary with Silverblade Paladin. Yes, we need more of these, more Soulbond creatures. This one whooped me back in the day. It's a 3-mana 2/2 Soulbond, and as long as Silverblade Paladin is paired with another creature, both creatures have double strike. Just wiped me off the face of the earth back in the day. I think it was like some sort of random 2-drop into Silverblade Paladin. Or maybe it was like a mana dork into a giant 3-drop into Silverblade Paladin. Just, I couldn't beat it. I don't even remember what I was playing at the time. We got the Beelers. I'm late, but can we go meta with Howling Mine, helping a brother out? No, it's got to be a creature supporting directly another creature. That's not even a creature. You're just you're just making a group hug deck. Toilet Dock with Avacyn Guardian Angel. This is a 5-mana 5/4 Angel, Flying Vigilance. And for 2 mana, prevent all damage that would be dealt to another target creature this turn by sources of the color of your choice. And also, yeah, and then also for 7 mana, prevent all damage that would be dealt to target player this turn by sources of the color of your choice. Unfortunately for this card, people literally attack with all colors these days. They I mean, you'd be a huge chump these days to be playing a monocolor deck. I understand that I am that chump, but most people are not that chump. So it's hard to use that 7 mana ability. That 7 mana ability should be cheaper. It's overcosted, in my opinion. David Sampson, Guardian, Scale Lord. Is that a dragon? They're scaly. It is a dragon. I knew it. Always the 101st card cut in my white commander deck. You don't cut. Why are you cutting this card? 5 mana 3/4 backup of 1. When the creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If that's another creature, it gains the following abilities until end of turn. It gets flying, and when this creature attacks, return target non-land permanent card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the creature's power. Amazing card. We got Mr. Bus Driver. I wish I had a Bus Driver song or something. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. We have Warrior Encore, a double white 2/2 core warrior knight. And for 0, the next 1 damage that would be dealt to Warrior Encore this turn is dealt to target creature you control instead. This feels like the opposite of what this show is supposed to be. The next 1 damage that would be dealt to Warrior Encore. We're just blasting some other creature. This is the opposite. This is like magic creatures that, I don't know, inflict pain on their friends. Big time trolling. Yeah, we're definitely disqualifying this. That's not friendly at all. This is super good and enrage. It is, yeah, probably. Are we gonna count it just for that? The next one. I mean, okay, so okay, no, I have to. Out of context, this is worthless. This is absolutely worthless. Yeah, I'm helping. Damn it. Yeah, sure. Like, was it Polyraptor would like this card? Would love this card. All the other cards would not. Okay, we're gonna donate the super chat to Hexanort. Hexanort, what do you got here? We got Zach Fair. Zach Fair is a white 0/1 human soldier. Enters with a +1/+1 counter on it, and for 1 mana, sacrifice Zach Fair. Target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. Put Zach Fair's counters on that creature and attach an equipment that was attached to Zach Fair to that creature. Here, I'm giving you everything that I have. Steve Cooper says, need to do the opposite. To do the opposite, show MTG creatures that screw over your other creatures. That is such. Yeah, we have to do that. That sounds like a good idea. Oh, where are we gonna do this? MTG creatures that screw over your other creatures. That's such a good idea. Because there are a few of them that like transfer to damage, or like we even saw a creature today where you can put a -1/-1 counter on your own creature and effectively kill it. That is so funny. A Blackbird, host of Hereafter. Host of Hereafter is a 4-mana 2/2 zombie warlock. This creature enters with +2/+2 counters on it. And when this creature or another creature you control dies, if it had counters on it, put its counters on up to one target creature you control. So sick. So basically, it's like a... I don't know how to describe it, actually. It's like other cards become Arcbound Ravager. So if it dies, you like move the counters to something else. Gillum with the super chat. Thank you very much for your super chat, Gillum. Urza, Prince of Krug. Who the hell is Krug? Sounds like the father to Krang. Even makes his own buddy. We have... What is this, a young Urza? Young at the age of 40 or something. 4 mana for a 2/3 human artificer. Artifact creatures you control get +2/+2. And for 6 mana, create a token that's a copy of target artifact you control, except it's a 1/1 soldier creature in addition to its other types. Does not support another creature. So, like, overall Lord effects are not counting because that affects the crowd. We are looking for only supporting their buddy. So this is going to get disqualified. We will donate it to Fan Factor 1 with Standard Bearer. Krug and Krang. Sons of Craig. Yeah, something like that. Exactly. Is it Standard Bearer? Is this like Flag Bearer? 2 mana. Oh no, it's a human Flag Bearer. Flag Bearer somehow is a creature type for some reason. 1/1. If an opponent plays a spell or ability that could target a Flag Bearer in play, that player chooses at least one Flag Bearer as a target. You know, I'll count this. I think that's very interesting. So basically, it's there to be the target. Look at all the arrows coming at this person. They know they're dead. No defense either. You know, if you're not going to be in battle, you might as well be like in a steel box or something, waving this damn flag around here. Think about it. It's his buddy is a one. No, well, we're not counting like the buddy that comes with it. We're talking about how does it supporting that buddy? What is it doing for that guy? That's what today's show is about. We did Brothers Yamazaki already. It did count, by the way. Does Return the Dead from the Graveyard count? If so, Hell's Caretaker. I will say no. I prefer that we keep things that are alive. We got Old Boy with Minsk, beloved Ranger. Oh, Minsk isn't the hamster. Boo is the hamster. 3 mana for a 3/3 human ranger. When Minsk, beloved ranger, enters the battlefield, create Boo, a legendary 1/1 red hamster creature token with trample and haste. And for X, until end of turn, target creature you control has base power and toughness XX and becomes a giant in addition to its other types. Activate only as a sorcery. Oh, is that why like Boo is like so powerful? It like turns into a giant rat or something. It turns into something ginormous. Because I never understood how this hamster can like continuously die and be borderline indestructible. No, Boo is a magical space alien that looks like a hamster. That makes a lot more sense to me, but for some reason I doubt that's the story. Like space alien, like the Eldrazi or something. I'll say that I was robbed. He makes the buddy, and that's not support. Then I have bad news for you about Mother's Day. You can give me another card. I mean, it's got to be like, look, it's got to have an ability that very specifically supports one creature. That's what it's all about today. We got Luca with Merfolk Sovereign. Heavily in your half-ball deck. I don't like this one. I like the naked one. There we go. We got the naked Merfolk Sovereign. It is not clear to me well, let's just say she's barely wearing anything. It's a 3-mana 2/2. Other merfolk creatures you control get +1/+1. But tap. Target merfolk creature is completely unblockable. Cannot be seen by anybody. It's invisible. Actually, I don't know what the flavor is to this thing being unblockable. Maybe she throws the merfolk? Overruled the blockers or something? Christopher B with Jamie McCrimmon. Jamie McCrimmon. No matter which doctor he's partnered with, he'll get darn big in a flurry. Okay, I'll trust you. 3-mana 2/2 trample. When you cast a historic spell, Jamie McCrimmon gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is that spell's mana value. Doctor's Companion. I don't know how does this guy support anything? Even if you did pair it with anybody, you can't. Jamie McCrimmon gets +X/+X. No, this guy only gets supported. He's not supporting anybody. If he supported like a doctor, I would accept it, but it's not. It supports himself. It's very greedy. Charging Badger with Tyrannical Pit Lord. Oh, sorry, Tyrannical Pit Lord. Tyrannical Pit Lord is a 6-mana 6/6 demon, flying and trample. When it enters the battlefield, choose another target creature you control. The chosen creature becomes a 3/3 with flying. And it's probably evil now. When Tyrannical Pit Lord leaves the battlefield, sacrifice the chosen creature. Oh no! That's actual soul bond. If one goes down, they both go down. Okay, Gillum wants to be unrobbed here. Nuri, not unrobbed yet. Gathering Throng makes a group of buddies. What is Nuri? This is an actual card. Hold on, Gathering Throng? Gathering... I don't even know what you're asking about here. You have all sorts of things in brackets. Okay, here we go. 3-mana for a 3/1. Enters the battlefield, you may search your library for any number of cards named Gathering Throng. Reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle. You're getting robbed again. Needs to look for one card. I would accept it if it looks for one card. Look, this card... Today's show is about specifically helping a very singular card. Singular creature. It cannot be helping more than one. If it's helping plural, it's a fail. And this one is like any number. Well, the number has to be just one thing. Vec with Gazella, the Broken Blade. Melding is supporting, right? Yes. So we have a 2-mana... okay, I'll accept that. So, but yeah, so it's in context of like the other one. So 4 mana for a 4/3, flying first strike lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, if you both own and control Gazella and a creature named Bruna, the Fading Light. Where is Bruna? There we go. It turns into this monstrosity. Oh, that's not the monstrosity side. It's that side. It's disgusting. It literally... Can I turn it sideways? I can't. It literally looks like the alien from The Thing. Yeah, look at Nikachu, teach a grammar to the masses. No, I'm just teaching the rules, that's all. Laurie Boyer, how about helping another creature realize that you are the better player to fight for? Dominating Lissid. Dominated. This is our second Lissid. Second Lissid today. A lot of Lissids out there. 3 mana for a 1/1, and for 3 mana tap, Dominating Lissid loses this ability and becomes a creature enchantment that reads, gain control of enchanted creature. Well, you're stealing somebody else's creature instead of any other other type of permanent. Move Dominating Lissid onto target creature. You may pay blue to end this effect. I don't think... honestly, this doesn't have buddy flavor. We're stealing an enemy, very likely. It doesn't have buddy synergy. It's got, you got like everything except, not supporting one of our creatures. Unlike, like, we're not stealing our creature, We're stealing an enemy's creature. So I'm gonna have to disqualify that one. But don't worry, everyone's gonna have a chance at redemption. because that's how it is around here. But not before we thank our sponsor, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards on Magic Online, the digital platform for all your favorite paper formats. You can play Commander there. You can play one-on-one Commander, competitive Commander, the super most casual Commander. Like, it's like no combo decks, no land destruction. They've got it all. They'll let you know before you sit down, and you can play all Commanders possible. Renting with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders coupon code Nikachu_BH2 for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. Yeah, and back to our supporting Magic cards. Okay, Gillum's wants a second shot at this. Said, let me get back in there. Whisper Squad. Searches them one at a time. I'll get my redemption someday. Okay, so what's up with you and the tutoring thing? Whisper Squad. 1 black for a 1/1. For 2 mana, search your library for a card named Whisper Squad. Put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. Okay, that counts. I will accept that. I will accept. That is a weird card, by the way. So if you can't have an unlimited number of these. This is the type of card that I think would be more interesting if you could have as many as you want in your deck. But maybe it'd be very frustrating to play against, because whenever you have open mana, you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna activate my Whisper Squad, get another Whisper Squad, shuffle my deck again. Very awkward card to design like that. But I think this is pretty cool as a play as many as you want in your deck sort of card. Matthew Green with the super chat. What's up? Seasoned Dungeoneer. This is a 4 mana 3/2. When it enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Whenever you attack, target attacking cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard gains protection from creatures until end of turn. Oh, I was like, I don't remember this card ever supporting other creatures. Usually, because it says target attacking cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard, you can target herself. But anyway, it theoretically can target someone else. And it explores. Good God, this card wrecked me in Legacy for a pretty long time. Pretty very, very, very long time. Red-White Initiative was so frustrating. Bryce with Sylvia Brightspear. Sylvia Brightspear is a 3 mana 2/2. Partners with Korvath Brightflame. Double strike. Dragons your team controls have double strike. So hold on, okay, let's see what the other, okay, before I hard disqualify this, let's look at the partner to see if there's any synergy. Partner with Sylvia, flying haste. Knights your team control have flying and haste. No, this is useless. It's supporting all, not supporting one. Does not support the buddy. David Sampson says, isn't that what they did with Rebels and Mercenaries, the tutor thing you were saying? Yes, but this is cheap. It's like 2 mana, and it doesn't get more expensive. Whereas with Rebels, it got more. It was like the price of searching your creatures up was pretty expensive, and you had to tap the creature, so you couldn't do it multiple times in a turn. So that's what I think is so neat about this card. No tapping, 2 mana, doesn't break the bank on you. You know what I mean? No, partner is allowed, but you have to prove to me like there's some direct synergy between the 2 cards. So like Steve Cooper had a partner card where one exiled cards with dog bones or something like that, and then the other partner said you can cast cards with dog bones, exiled cards with dog bones on it, something like that. See, I have to see the direct synergy between the 2. Felicia with Gigantomancer. A lot of Giganto everything. We have a 8 mana 1/1 for 1 mana. Target creature you control becomes a 7/7 until end of turn. Oh, it's 8 mana. I'm like, 1 mana for this? What are they, insane? How did this thing slip through the cracks? It cost a lot of money just to get it on the battlefield in the first place. Lethian with Kratos. Stoic Father. We have a 4 mana 4/4. Whenever you attack with one or more gods, and whenever a god dies, you get an experience counter. At the beginning of your end step, put a number of +1/+1 creatures on target creature you control equal to the number of experience counters you have. I don't know. I don't know how that doesn't make any flavor to me. It's like, okay, you get experience, and then somehow that just gets dumped on another creature that might have just entered the battlefield. You know what I mean? Anyway, card counts. Map, yes, Anaba, Ancestor. The Soul Bond Soul Bond is an easy cheat. Easy cheat. Yeah, because there's... The only way you can make it work is by supporting another creature on the battlefield. Anaba Ancestor is a 2-mana 1/1. Tap another target Minotaur creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. The Minotaurs! Minotaur Kindred! Didgeridoo! Beware of the Minotaurs, they're coming. How expensive is Didgeridoo now? Is the greatest speculative card on the face of the earth. $13. I swear that thing is swung up and down by very large chunks of money. Because you never, like, it's so broken. It's a 1 mana for an artifact, and for 3, you can just put a Minotaur permanent from your hand onto the battlefield. The thing that keeps it balanced is all the Minotaurs suck. They are terrible. But one day, and nobody knows when, they're going to print busted Minotaurs and then Didgeridoo straight to $200. Yeah, Didgeridoo is always looming. Get your plate sets of Didgeridoo. But people have been speculating on that card for 15 years. 15 years, no good Minotaurs. I don't know what needs to happen. I like Minotaurs because Minotaurs having random support is quite funny, so it makes for good content for the show. Didgeridoo changeling synergy? Well, the problem is there's just not enough good changelings out there. Okay, Lord Jeraxes, Abigail first year. Abigail is a 2-mana 1/1, flying first strike and lifelink, and when Abigail enters, up to 1 other target creature loses all abilities. Put a flying counter, a first strike counter, and a lifelink counter on that creature. Ah, basically teaching it all of its own tricks. Minotaur was the first creature type we were greeted to when the game launched. Sadly, it didn't get better ever since. Epic Moment Guru, I miss me some ancient Greek-themed mythology cards. Are Minotaurs strictly Greek? I don't really know the origin of Minotaurs. Okay, who do we... are we run out of no cards yet? Oh, sorry. No, we still have... I think we still have some. Oh, Dinglebag, Dauntless Bodyguard. Yep, we have a white 2/1. As it enters the battlefield, you have to choose another creature you control. This is actually super flavorful. And then sacrifice Dauntless Bodyguard. The chosen creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Definitely saving its buddy. 100%. You know, if any plane would do it, it's a return to Theros. Well, we went to Theros, what, twice? And came up empty. Just stone cold empty. We got nothing. The Minotaur community. I don't know if there's a Minotaur Discord or Facebook group, but they are starving. Okay, Laurie Boyer. Did we do anything with stickers yet? Well, actually, I forgot some stickers are legal. No silver border cards. It's not a silver border card. Ballerina. It's a 4-mana 3/3. Flying. When Ballerina enters the battlefield, you may put a name sticker on a non-land permanent you control. Is that a good thing? For 3 mana. Another target creature with a name sticker on it gains flying until end of turn. 100% counts. A. Collins. We got Pippin, Guard of the Citadel. Theros Beyond Death, just having no story is still whack. Well, joke's on Wizards. I never read the story. Basically, every set has no story to me. Oh, it's Pippin from Lord of the Rings. 2-mana 2/2 Halfling Soldier, Vigilance, and Ward 1. And tap another target creature you control gains protection from the card type of your choice until end of turn. It can't be blocked, targeted, dealt damage, enchanted, or equipped by anything of that type. That is weird. It's just a weird way of saying it's got protection until end of turn. You know, if you save it from a lightning bolt, you'll say instant. And it's not like, I don't know, someone's going to come up with a sorcery and kill it in response afterwards. Matthew letting us know the Minotaurs, they're Greek. It's called the Minotaur because it was half bull, half human, son of the King Minos. So the Minotaur equals bull of minions. They're bullish. GM, selfless. I think we did selfless savior. Yeah, we did selfless savior already. Sorry about that. Yeah, we did do this one. It's a good one, but it's been done. He be pimpin'. We've got Rin, Cottontail, Caretaker. Sounds like a rabbit. Not sure I want to know the implication, but I sure support a creature indeed. So the 2-mana 2/2, when Cottontail Caretaker enters, choose a white creature card in your hand. That card perpetually gains offspring of 1. It's weird. It's supporting the card before it even comes into play. Supporting the idea of that card. Okay, I think we're at no 2 cards yet now. So we'll move on with Benjamin Berkey with Bloodline Shaman. So if you want to get a second card on the show, let me know you didn't get 2 cards yet. Bloodline Shaman is a 2-mana 1/1. Tap, choose a creature type. Reveal the top card of your library. If that card is a creature of the chosen type, put it into your hand. Otherwise, put it into your graveyard. This is very weak. I'll allow it. Super weak. I'll tell you what's not weak. This super chat from Archangel New. Yastola. They're calling it Yastola because you stole the game. Is it this one? Oh, the rule. Good with ETB or leaves. Last card. Let's see. Okay, we have 6 mana for a 3/5. At the beginning of your end step, exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Then if it's the first end step, there is an additional end step after this step. It doesn't clearly prove that it's helping that creature, though. Beginning of your end step, exile target creature. Like, out of context, it's not actually helping anything. I understand that you're probably blinking something, but there's like, it's not like it comes back into play with a +1/+1 counter. It's not like it comes back into play, and make a token of that card or something, you know what I mean? Matthew Green says, it's not really a caretaker, but the Pokemon daycare man for the offsprings. What the hell? Okay, we're gonna donate the super chat. Interesting. Spellskite. I don't know if Spellskite's gonna count because it redirects anything. It doesn't specifically support a creature. It doesn't have to. Wait, you're both. I'm disqualifying Spellskite. It's a little ambiguous. We got Fabian here. Okay, we're gonna give you the super chat, Fabian. You like super chats? Okay, you get Jubilant Sky, the Sky Bonder. Bond with the sky with me. There's a 3-mana 2/2 flyer. Creatures you control with flying have spells your opponents cast that target this creature. Cost 2 more to cast. Does not support a singular creature. Supports many creature. Also disqualified. A lot of disqualifieds today. But that's okay. You can choose another card. There's still a lot of time. Yeah, foiled again. Okay, John wants redemption. All right, I'll give you redemption here. You get the super chat now, John. You give a lot of super chats, you get a super chat yourself. Thundering Mightmare? That is a weird name. 5 mana for a 3/3. Okay, it's got Soul Bond, so it has to support another creature. As long as Thundering Mightmare is paired with another creature, each of those creatures has, whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. What a weird card. Very bizarre. Doesn't even immediately buff up the creature. Depends on the opponent, like, buffing stuff up. Voltland with Dina. The Essence Brewer. Okay, well, there's a lot of Dinas, apparently. Dina Essence Brewers support their buddy by cost of another buddy. Is this like a card that doesn't even exist yet? Look at this crap quality. Unreleased. So 3 mana for a 2/3 Dryad Druid. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Pay 2, tap, sack another creature. You gain X life and X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. Okay. Where X is the sacrifice creature's power. We sacked a creature. We sacked a buddy to help a buddy. We opened up the Tauntaun. We cut open the Tauntaun. Necro Arc with Halana and Alina. And Alina. The partners. Literally partners. 4 mana for a 2/3 with first strike and reach. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X +1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, where X is Halana and Alina's power. The creature gains haste until end of turn. Beautiful. Olga wants Zach Fair. Oh, we did this one. Sorry about that. We have done this one. Bryce wants the Goat Napper. We're gonna steal them goats. 3 mana for a 2/2. When the Goat Napper comes into play, untap target goat and gain control of it until end of turn. It sounds like we're stealing someone else's goat. It gains haste until end of turn. No, like we're stealing somebody else's card. We have to support our own cards here. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, in theory, you could untap your own goat, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Mercenary has the perfect example. Banalish Hero. A banding creature. So a white 1/1 and banding. You're not wrong. Creatures that support other creatures, and it can only group with one any creatures with banding, and up to one without can attack in a band. Yeah, so banding actually does help. Banding works. Banding is broken on the show actually. So we got soul bonding is a cheat, and banding is an easy cheat. We've done Selfless Savior. It's the third time someone suggested Selfless Savior. It's a very good one. I mean, if anything, Selfless Savior should be the thumbnail of the show. I probably will put that one on there. Talathar with Higur, the Still Wind. Higur, a 5 mana 3/4 human ninja with ninjutsu of 4. When Higur, the Still Wind, deals combat damage to a player, you may search your library for a ninja card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. If you do, shuffle your library. And for 2 mana, target ninja creature. It can't be blocked this turn. Basically, teaching the other ninjas the way of ninjutsu. We got Gusta with Urborg Panther. There's panthers in Uborg? It's okay. It has been errated to a cat. It is officially a cat. Frankly, that was the only thing that mattered to me. So it's a 3 mana 2/2. Black, sacrifice Urborg Panther, destroy target creature, blocking Urborg Panther. You can also sacrifice Feral Shadow, Breath Stealer, and Urborg Panther. Search your library for Spirit of the Night. And you put it directly into play. You get this big ugly thing. Good enough, I guess. Archangel, you absolutely can redeem yourself. Urza's Engine. Is that even a creature? It is actually. 5 mana for a 1/5. Trample. 3 mana banding until end of turn. At 3 mana, all creatures banded with Urza's Engine gain trample until end of turn. Gains banding. I didn't even know that's something you can gain. That you have it or you don't. Holy crap! Night Stalker should totally become a new creature type. That's so metal. Let Wizards know that you want some more Night Stalkers. Toilet Duck, Nimbus Naiad. How do you spell it? Pronounce it? No, it says like Naiad or something like that. 3 mana 2/2, bestow, flying. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and flying. Actually, I guess I could count the bestow creatures. Bestow creatures are also supporting cards. We got Fabian with Plume Creed Mentor. I don't know how to put it, but you evening crowd, there's like less people here, but the chat is like way more active. 3 mana for a 2/3 Bird Scout flying. Whenever Plume Creed Mentor or another creature you control with flying enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control without flying. Without flying? Whenever Plume Creed Mentor or another creature you control with flying enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control without flying, but doesn't give it like a flying counter or something. Oh boy, Brass Talon Chimera. We got 4 mana 2/2. First strike. Brass Talon Chimera counts as a Chimera. Sacrifice Brass Talon Chimera. Put a +2/+2 counter on target Chimera, and that Chimera gains first strike. First strike permanently. Basically, an early iteration of the first strike counter. Super early iteration. Olga looking for probably redemption here. Genova, Ancient Calamity. Ooh, this is what Genova looks like? I thought Genova was just a bunch of random cells. I didn't know it actually ended up looking like anything. So for 4 mana, we have a 1/3 alien. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to Genova's power on up to one other target creature. The creature becomes a mutant in addition to its other types. Whenever a mutant you control dies, during your turn, you draw cards equal to its power. Yeah, it's Sephiroth's mom. All I know is that Sephiroth called Genova mommy or something. The cells are taken from Genova. So what, like piece by piece? Did this alien used to be like a bigger piece of an alien? Genova is an alien parasite. This person is the person she infected. Oh, I see. But they're treating her like a thing. They need to make like a serious Final Fantasy VII movie. Like screw the game. Lazo. I don't have time for the game. I want to just watch the movie. Lazotep Chancellor, a 2 mana 1/3 zombie wizard. Whenever you discard a card, you may pay 1. If you do, amass 2. By the way, did the full Final Fantasy thing come out? Because I knew they made a reboot. I might play the new one. They made a Final Fantasy VII. They made a Final Fantasy VII movie from start to finish. Final Fantasy VII movie. What is this 2005 action fantasy? Oh, it looks like there's something that took place after the whole thing called Advent Children. I don't know what that means though. Final Fantasy Remake is augmented universe that sort of takes place after the original game. The remake isn't complete yet. Okay, so I gotta wait. I gotta wait for the remake. I'm not gonna play the original game because it sounds like I gotta grind like the crap out of it. And you know what? I'm not in the mood to grind. I'm not gonna grind HP and experience like I used to. I played Pokemon Sword and Shield, and what was great is if I killed one Pokemon, all my Pokemon gained experience, which is saved me a lot of time. Final Fantasy VII movie is a side story to the Final Fantasy VII story. No, I want the original Final Fantasy VII story. Like, I've never played the game. I loosely understand the story, but I don't know it exactly. Steve Cooper on track with Skrelv Defector Might. The white 1/1 with Toxic 1, can't block. And for a Phyrexian, tap, choose a color. Another target creature you control gains Toxic 1, but they also gain Hexproof until end of turn. Hexproof from that color until end of turn. It can't be blocked by creatures of that color this turn. Gotta choose a color, though. Safi, Eric's daughter. It's a pretty good choice. Okay, we have a 2 mana 2/2. Sacrifice Safi. When target creature is put into a graveyard this turn, return it back to the battlefield. We're getting it back. We got Mita Wishance with Shaman on Core. Okay, for 2 mana, it's a 1/2, and for 0, the next 1 damage that would be dealt to Shaman on Core this turn is dealt to target creature you control instead. No! It's killing your own creature. Okay, well, how about the second one? The next time a source of your choice would be dealt to target creature this turn, that damage is dealt to Shaman on Core instead. Okay, that one counts. The second half redeemed itself. The first half was going to get disqualified, but it had a good second half. Did someone say encore? Yeah, Safi takes a bullet. Surefire Selves. Unruly Krasis. It's a 3-mana 4/4 with Trample. It's a Shark Octopus Lizard. Only the Simic would do something so stupid. Trample, whenever Unruly Krasis attacks, you may have the base power and toughness of another target creature you control become an XX until end of turn, where X is Unruly Krasis' power. Also can adapt 3 for 5 mana. Toad says you can only rescue one Snowhound. Then get blasted on the booze keg the doggo carries. What the hell does that mean? It's a 3 mana. Looks like it's being used like a donkey. So you get 3 mana for a 1/1 and pay 1 tap. Return this creature and target green or blue creature you control to their owner's hands. All right, you get a little saving. It's like a selfless savior. Benjamin Berkey says Final Fantasy VII OG is much better than the remake, and the remastered has a speed up option like an emulator. Oh, the remaster has a speed up option, but I don't want to make it like speed, like speed up super fast. It means Toads is senile. What? Maybe I misinterpreted something. I need a second card, Snowhound. Well, here's the I got it. We got our Snowhound from the Snow set. Doesn't actually require any snow mana. Huge flavor fail. Massive flavor fail. Christopher B wants Creepy Puppeteer. Christopher B has a smorgasbord of cards to share with us. It's a 4-mana 4/3 human rogue with haste. Creepy Puppeteer attacks. Sorry, whenever Creepy Puppeteer attacks, if you attack with exactly one other creature this combat, you may have that creature's base power and toughness become 4/3 until end of turn, and hopefully it gets bigger than smaller. The OG Final Fantasy VII is only better if you have the nostalgia, to be honest. Look at that. That's an honest answer right there. So if I go in without any judgment or anything like that, I've got no nostalgia for the original, I can perhaps enjoy the new version. Benjamin Berg is like one of the OGers. Final Fantasy VII is objectively better regardless. You can't beat the OG. You can't beat perfection, right, Benjamin Berkey? Mappius with Twigwalker. Does anyone watching the replay feel passionately about Final Fantasy VII between the OG and the remastered version? The combat system in the OG Final Fantasy VII are a bit out. is a bit out there. Was it old? Twigwalker, 3-mana 2/2, and for 2 mana, sacrifice Twigwalker. 2 target creatures get +2/+2 until end of turn. I'm actually going to disqualify that. Apparently has a lot of friends, but not a best friend here. Has to help one creature. That one extra creature screwed it up. 2 target creatures, yeah. Disqualified. You didn't get a card, Cody? Shield Bearer. If you hate turn-based games, then yo. Mercenary says Final Fantasy VII was made for PS1, for which ate up a lot of CDs just to play that game. I know. Okay, I have played Final Fantasy VII for the PC, but I got stuck because after I had to change CDs, I didn't know how. I didn't know how to continue the game changing CDs, and however I did it, I screwed it up. So I got as far through CD1. I think it was 4 CDs, and that's it. That was the end of my journey, and I just didn't do anything from there. Shield Bearer for 2 mana 0/3. It also has banding. It is a useless banding creature. It doesn't even have any power. Prince of Winter is Danny Pink. Is that a real card? It's gotta be Universes Beyond card. I knew it. Not even pink. The 4 mana 4/3 Mentor. When this creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature with lesser power. So that is actually a really good way of basically anything with Mentors on this show. Creatures you control have, creatures you control have whenever one or more counters are put on this creature for the first time each turn, you also get to draw a card. The Unlock says, fortunately, the more recent ports don't require changing CDs, but it is still a bit clunky to play. CD's nuts. Oh, pfft. You got me. You completely got me. Epic Moment Guru says, all I remember is hearing Sephiroth BGM whenever I think of Final Fantasy VII. Okay, we'll go one more. Ooh, okay, this is great. The Nurturing Lissad. Okay, one more. Nurturing Lissad. It's a 2-mana 1/1, and for a green tap, Nurturing Lissad loses this ability and becomes a creature enchantment that reads, for a green, regenerate enchanted creature. Instead of a creature, move the Nurturing Lissad onto target creature. How does this, what the hell does this do? So this is another one of those Lissad cards that turns into an aura. Becomes an enchantment creature. So it becomes a creature enchantment. Oh yeah, that regenerates creatures. Cool. That's all great. That's all. What a fantastic show we had. It was a little, it was a little bit difficult. There's quite a few disqualifications today, but we all figured it out. So as usual, my coffee crew, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and also Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. But for everyone watching live, next week we'll have another week of 2 shows per day. If I can do it, you can do it. And you guys seem to have an unlimited stomach for this anyway. For all I know, this could have been just like the standard, but I'm not going to do that on a regular basis. We're also going to thank all our supporters of the show, everyone who's a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or everyone who super chats to be part of the show, or even super chats so other people can be part of the show. And of course, we also have to give a huge special thank you and shout out to everyone who shows up here every single day. People like David Sampson, Toilet Duck, Mercenary, Epic Moment Gamer, Steve Cooper, Christopher B., Mappius Oldboy, Mitawishins, Prince of Winners, Benjamin Berkey. We got Matthew, Toads. I think I got you, Steve Cooper. I think I got everybody. And so as usual, my coffee crew, you keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cut.